Hi everyone, and thanks for joining me in my very first video. We're going to start by taking 2 cleansing breaths as we sit up straight, starting to notice our spine and feeling for any tension in any part of our body. Then we're going to move into some slow neck rolls, loosening up your neck joints and bringing some movement to the body. Move slowly through any kinks, any cracks, and we're going to take it the other direction. Just slowly starting to feel the energy being generated in the upper part of your body. Now we'll move into some shoulder rolls, touching your shoulder blades as you move your shoulders back, forward, and up, and then changing directions the other way. Starting touching your shoulder blades, bringing them up to your ears and down to the front. Next, you're going to reach your right arm up and over your head as you lean your body over to the left side. Make sure you keep both your hips on the floor and weight spread as evenly as possible. Swing your right arm down and your left arm up and over, keeping your weight even on your sits bones as you lean over to the right for 2 breaths. Switch back over to the left as we start to generate some energy in our torso and heat in our body. And then one more time to the right. Come back to sit up straight and tall. Lift your right arm up as you cross over your left knee and twist your torso to the left. Gaze over your left shoulder and breathe here. Turning back to the front, bring your left arm up and cross over the knee. Twisting to the right and gazing over your right shoulder. Continue to take some cleansing breaths here as you breathe deeper into the twist as you exhale. Next, we're going to come to a tabletop position with a flat back. Breathe in and arch your back, chest forward, head back as we start our cat-cows. Now round your back as you breathe out, feeling all of those back muscles stretch and loosen. Breathe in and arch as you start to find some juicy movement here. Scoop down as you breathe in and bring your chest up. Breath out as you come to a downward dog, continuing this circular movement. Arch and up, and then curl back down again. Make your way into a flat tabletop position. Twist to the right and stretch your right arm, then come back down and thread the needle underneath your left arm with your right ear on the ground. Stretch your left arm up next to your left ear, continuing to send energy through your arm to your fingertips, keeping this active. Take another breath here and then walk your left arm back to your shoulder. Unthread your right arm and come back to a flat tabletop position. Lift your left arm up and thread it underneath your right. Left ear on the ground, right arm out straight, sending energy through your fingertips. Get ready to start coming back to a tabletop position. Walk your hand back, unthread your arm, and come back to your hands and knees. We're going to tuck our toes under and press into your palms, lifting your knees 1 inch off the ground and hold. Breathe in here as you continue to send oxygen to your body and relax. Take a cleansing breath in as we get ready to do it again. Breathe in, and on the out breath, lift your knees up and hold. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax your knees and take another cleansing breath in. One last time. Lift your knees, Squeeze your abs, and you should be starting to feel some heat as your muscles work and warm up. Hold, 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 and relax. Good job. Now you're going to come into a high plank position, keeping your core engaged and your back straight. Point your right toe and lift your right leg up and down, squeezing your glutes as you bring your leg to the top and continuing to engage your abs as you bring it back down. Up, down, up, down, up, down, and switch leg. Only lift your leg as high as you can without putting pressure on your lower back, holding your core tight so that your back doesn't buckle. Just a few more on this side. And we're ready to tuck our toes under, come down onto your forearms, and come into a side plank on your right arm. Bring your left arm up and curve down, weaving under your right rib. Open your arm back up and continue this curving motion. Be sure to keep your right obliques engaged, pushing away from the ground so that you don't sink down. Just a few more here. And on the next one, we're going to keep our left arm up and hold for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now come down onto your right hip and straighten out your legs, pointing your left foot. Stretch your left leg out and up to the side, keeping your hips stacked on top of each other. Imagine that you have a pole going from your top hip down to your bottom hip and attaching you to the ground, and try not to wiggle back and forth. Next, we're going to tap the toe in front of the right foot and in back, alternating up and down, front and back. Make sure to keep your hips stable here as well, continuing to imagine that pull and preventing yourself from wiggling. Next, keep your left leg in the air and draw little circles with your toes, continuing to send that energy from your hip all the way down your leg and out of your toes. Reverse the circles and do it the other way, remembering to send that energy through your entire leg. Finally, we're going to do little pulses up, 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 up. Keep going. You've got a few more here. Up, up, and relax. And of course, we need to do both sides to be even and have optimal alignment. So come onto your left hip and forearm. Lift your right leg up and down, sending energy out through your toes. Don't forget to remember that image of the pole going through your hips here as you start to tap the toes front and back, front and back. These exercises work your hip flexors and your obliques, two undervalued muscles when it comes to posture. Now get ready to switch to those little circles forward. You might be starting to feel this now in your hips, your glutes, your outer thigh. I know I was. Go ahead and switch to the other direction. Come into your tiny little pulses. And by building strong hip flexors, you keep your pelvis aligned and prevent it from tipping forward in daily movement, while strong obliques allow for balance and control. Finally, come up onto your left side plank, lifting the right arm up to the sky. Curve your torso and weave your right arm under your left, remembering to keep your hips lifted, resisting the force of gravity. On this next one, keep your right arm up to the sky and hold for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring yourself back onto your forearms and come to your high plank. Right knee comes to left elbow, alternating right and left for one last exercise in this series. I know you're probably feeling this by now, but you got this. We're almost done. Just 2 more. 1, 2, and then go ahead, come rest down on your knees and lean back into a much deserved child's pose. Now you're going to come into a position laying on your stomach with your forehead on the ground. To prepare, you're going to bring your hands into a fifth position, lift your chest up, open your arms, bring them back up, and come back down. Now repeat this movement, open, up, down, working all the muscles in your back from your shoulder blades down to your mid and lower spine. Just a few more here. Up, open, up, down. And one more. Great, now take a rest. With your forehead on the ground, bend your elbows and bring your hands behind your head. Lift your chest slightly and alternate squeezing your obliques as you bend side to side. You're definitely going to start to feel the burn on the sides of your back as we continue to work those core muscles in a different way. This variation is what's really going to help build that strength and stability as you continue to practice. Now come back to center and relax your forehead down. Bring your arms up by your ears and lift your legs and chest as we kick our legs and arms for the swimmer. Keep going here for a few more seconds and then relax back down. Take a breath in, and on the out breath, lift up and swim as you continue to reach your legs and arms out from the center of your body, feeling that energy emanating from your center. And relax one last time. Breathe in and out. Lift for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and breathe. Now bring your hands underneath your shoulders as we take some cobras, pressing into your palms and peeling your torso off the ground, pushing up as much as is comfortable for you and dropping your head back down. Do this a few more times to release any tension in your back, in your abs. Just really enjoy this movement. And on your last one, come back down and then make your way into a tabletop position. Lift your left leg into what I like to call a fire hydrant position and peel your right arm up so that you're balancing on your left hand and knee. Bring your hand back down and place your knee back down, coming into tabletop. Switching to the other side, bring your left leg into fire hydrant and then peel your left arm up so that you're balancing on the right side now. We're going to continue alternating sides with this movement, taking it slowly at your own pace. I know I'm moving a little fast here, but really focus on holding your entire core and squeezing the butt cheek at the top of the supporting leg. One more set here. And come back into your tabletop position and take a child's pose. Next, we're going to come into a position laying on your back, bringing your heels close to your booty and arms down by your side. And we're going to lift our pelvis up, making sure not to arch your back, and come back down, up and down, up and down. Make sure to squeeze your glutes at the top a few more times. And we are going to hold on the next one. Hold it, you got this. And then we're gonna move into little pulses right here. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Make sure you're keeping your knees together. Pulse, pulse. A little bit more. I know you're burning right now. And relax. Good job. Okay, bring your hands behind your head and we're going to start with some slow abdominal crunches. Really feeling every single muscle working as you lift your chest up and come back down. We're going to take 5 more here. breathing out as you come up and in as you come back down. Just 2 more, and we're going to start adding the arms. So on this next one, you're going to come up 1 inch, bring your arms to first position, squeeze another inch, 5th position, 1 more inch, and then come back down. And we're going to continue to repeat this. Up, first, squeeze, 5th, squeeze, and down. Up, first, squeeze, 5th, up, and down. A few more here. This is really working your abdominals as well as the arms and the obliques and the shoulder blades. We're getting a good full body workout here. On the next one, we're going to bring our arms into first position and twist to the left as we sit up, coming middle, right, and down. Now repeat to the other side. We're going to continue this movement starting on the left and then starting again on the right. Now bring your knees to a tabletop position and we are going to start leg darts. Extend your leg and twisting the opposite elbow to knee. Switch alternating sides. Make sure you're really using your torso to bring that elbow to knee and extend that opposite leg as straight as you can. Next, extend that top leg and we're going to scissor switch. The same movement, just with 2 straight legs, switching in the air. And bring your feet to the ground for a quick breather. Now point your toes and open up your knees, separating them into a V. Lift your chest and we're going to raise our knees up and down, maintaining that V position. Up, down, up, down. This is really going to target your lower abdominals, which not only play a big part in pelvic alignment, but are also big players in everyday movements as simple as walking. Our last exercise, we're going to find ourselves in a V position with our legs and torso up, balancing on our sits bones. Relax back down, take a cleansing breath, and come right back up into your V using those abdominal muscles. Relax. Take a breath. On the out breath, come back up and pull your body, keeping your back and legs as straight as you can along the way. If this is too difficult for you, you can keep your legs bent in a tabletop position as you come up. One more, and we're going to hold, 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 and relax. Bring your knees into your chest and take a breath. You made it through the hardest part, and the rest is your reward with some juicy stretches. Come right through seated position into a tabletop, and then send your hips up into a downward dog, finding some breaths here. Lift your hips up as high as you can and really feel your muscles stretch after all that hard work. Bring your left leg up to a 3-legged dog and bring your right knee through into a pigeon pose in front of you. Fold your upper body over, bringing your forehead to the ground if you're able to, or you can also choose to stay up on your forearms or your hands. And we're going to hold here and just breathe. Now, start to come back up on your hands if you aren't already there and give yourself a slight back arch, coming through your three-legged dog back into a downward dog. Now we do the other side, bringing your right leg into a three-legged dog and through into a pigeon pose. Find whatever position is comfortable for you and breathe into this position, feeling that luxurious stretch. Start to peel yourself back up again, finding a small arch in the back, and come back through your three-legged dog into a downward dog. Now come onto your knees into a tabletop position. Keeping your hips up in the air, bring your chest and chin to the ground while stretching your arms straight out in front of you. Just enjoy this one and feel the stretch in your upper back. Now walk your hands back up and come through tabletop onto your back, placing your feet on the ground with knees in the air. Bring your left knee to your chest and cross it over your right knee in a supine pigeon. Flex your foot and lift your right knee so that you're bringing your left knee close to your chest. Release the right foot down and twist over to the right, sending your gaze over the left arm, really feeling that stretch in your back and your glute. Come back to center and switch legs, bringing that right leg into the supine pigeon, keeping your flexed foot, bending your knee close to your chest, or keeping it on the ground. Bring both legs down and twist over to your left side, finding that stretch and turning your gaze to the right. Come back to center and go ahead and find your happy baby, grabbing the outsides of your feet, maybe swaying right to left, and just feeling that big, deep hip stretch here. Roll onto your back and just find some small massage rolls here, giving your spine a little bit of a treat. And then come to sit in a butterfly position. Take one final cleansing breath here, thanking yourself for the work you put in today, and go ahead and take a forward fold. And you can stay here for as long as you like. I want to thank you for joining me today on the mat, and I hope you enjoyed the workout. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe, and go ahead and leave a comment with what types of workouts you'd like to see next.